Hello and welcome to Your California Life. I'm your host, Aubrey Aquino. I hope everyone had a nice and safe 4th of July holiday weekend. I had a good one, but I have to tell you, I'm good on the fireworks for a while. All right. Living with mental illness is a reality for millions of Americans, and in many communities, these problems are increased by less access to care, cultural stigma, and lower quality care. Joining us to talk about the importance of minority mental health is Stop Stigma Sacramento Speakers Bureau member La Viola Ward. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, July is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. What can you tell us about this observance and the importance of raising awareness?
So, July was designated as Minority Mental Health Month back in 2008. So it's been a work in progress for some time. Essentially, while we all need mental health treatment and care, there are unique experiences faced by people that identify in minority communities, and therefore some emphasis was placed on that within a lot of the mental health organizations to make sure that they're meeting specific needs for minority groups. And so that's essentially why this month was carved out, to bring awareness to those specific needs and to make sure that people are aware of the help that's out there for them.
And right now, mental health awareness and having mental health, it's especially important right now, right?
Sure, absolutely. I think that we're in unprecedented times. We're in a very new world. I'm 34, and I have seen very new and unique challenges that have been faced by our communities. And mental health, I think, does not discriminate. So it does affect and impact those of us in different communities, different age groups, different socioeconomic groups. It affects us all. And it's heightened when there are unique times like what we're facing right now. So it's definitely important for people to be aware about mental health care, mental illness, symptoms that they may be experiencing either for the first time or things that may be heightened given the current status of things. And so the work that the project that I'm a part of does is to try and bring awareness to all aspects of that. You know, what you may be facing, where you can get some help, and how to help a friend or a loved one as well.
Well, you talk about helping a friend or a loved one. What can people do to support their own mental health and the well-being of others as well?
I think the order that you said it in is super important. We definitely have to be able to help ourselves before we can go out and help our friends and loved ones and the community around us. We're in this unique social distancing time as well, so we're not so frequently physically in contact with others, which is usually the way that we socialize and kind of keep our mental health stable. I think it's really important for us to keep an eye on ourselves and our own symptoms, any changes in our own behaviors, to make sure that we're addressing our own needs, getting rest, eating, getting sunshine, socializing in the way that we healthily can right now. And then I think after we've taken care of ourselves, it's important to reach out to others. We have to do it in new ways. You know, you can't really pop up at your friend's house right now, but maybe you can Skype them. Maybe you can FaceTime them. Maybe you have a good old-fashioned telephone call just to kind of check in and make sure that your loved ones are doing okay in this time. I think it's super important to start conversations, especially if you're having concerns about anyone's mental health or even your own. A simple question from a really good place, like, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? May be all it takes to begin the process to help someone.
Right, definitely having some of those check-ins and checking in on everyone to make sure that they're okay. And it's all about stopping that stigma that's often been associated with your mental health and reaching out for help. So if viewers want more information, where can they go?
I would always direct them to the Stop Stigma Sacramento website. That is stopstigmasacramento.org. The website is super helpful in that it provides community resources. There are a ton of phone lines that are free, many of which are 24 hours, where you can get direct and pointed mental health assistance. There's information about programs like 211, which is a Sacramento County telephone line that you can get mental health assistance and be directed to resources. There's also some of those conversation starters that I mentioned before when you're wanting to get a conversation started with a friend or a loved one. And there's also entertainment. Given our unique times right now, there's things like many of the famous museums are giving virtual tours and things like that.
Those
things
are some
that
great
peaceful.
ideas. We're out of time, so I'm going to have to let you go. But thanks so much for joining us, La Viola Ward. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
And stick around.